Hello and welcome back. I'm Joseph Hoffman. Today we're learning how to play a new kind of chord, the 5/7 chord. It's a very cool and useful chord. Let me show you how we use the 5/7 chord in Dinah, then I'll show you how to do it yourself. Come over to the piano and let's watch Dinah with the 5/7 chord. Sometimes my left hand will play a 3-note chord like this. We call that the 1 chord. Then there's another chord like this called the 5/7 chord. Listen how it sounds with Dinah. Notice how that sound gives a very interesting flavor or color to the ending. Knowing how to play different kinds of chords, like the 1 chord, the 5/7 chord, will make your song sound a lot more interesting and give you more variety and flavors to use in your music. So, let's learn how to do the 5/7 chord. First, let's practice on a flat surface like your piano bench or a table. And let's review the 3-note chord, which we'll call the 1 chord. You'll need to touch your finger 5, 3, and 1 on the flat surface while lifting your finger 2 and 4. Just practice touching those 3 fingers down while you lift fingers 2 and 4. Good. Now for the 5/7 chord, you'll need to touch fingers 1, 2, and 5 down while lifting fingers 3 and 4. So let's practice that. Just touch fingers 1, 2, and 5 while fingers 3 and 4 float in the air. Touch, touch. Now go back to the 1 chord. Now finger 2 comes up and finger 3 goes down, with 1 and 5 also touching. And now switch again. Now fingers 3 and 4 are up while 1, 2, and 5 are down. And this is the shape of our fingers that we'll need to use for the 5/7 chord. Okay, one more time. Try the 1 chord, 2 touches. Now the 5/7 chord, 2 touches. Good. Now let's find the notes on the piano. Okay. I'm going to play some green circles where the 1 chord is. For Dinah, we'll use G, B, and D to make a 1 chord. Sounds like that. For the 5/7 chord, we're going to use an F sharp and C and D. And remember, for this chord, we'll use finger 1, 2, and 5 because they will fit nicely over those 3 notes, and it will sound like this. A 5/7 chord always sounds best when it goes to a 1 chord next. You notice the 5/7 chord has a little bit of a troubled or a tense or anxious sound until it gets back to 1. It's like, uh-oh, you're in trouble. Oh, everything's okay. Or you're really upset, and then you figure things out. It's a nice day again. Thunderstorm, and then blue skies. So now, on your piano, see if you can find the notes for the 5/7 chord. First, come to a 1 chord, and putting finger 5 of your left hand on G, see if you can play G, B, D, the 1 chord. Good. Now, try the 5/7 chord by bringing finger 5 to the F sharp, and fingers 1 and 2 will cover up C and D. If you have small hands and that's too big of a stretch, you can simplify it by just playing C and D with fingers 1 and 2, and then go right back to the 1 chord. And that sounds nice too. Now let's try adding the 1 and the 5/7 chord to a song you know, Dinah. Okay, I'm going to use both hands, but for right now, why don't you just use your left hand playing the 1 chord or the 5/7 chord. For Dinah, there are going to be 3 1 chords in a row, then a 5/7 chord followed quickly by another 1 chord. Let's practice that once. I'll play the melody in my right hand and the chords in my left hand. You just focus on playing the chords in your left hand along with me. Get ready for a 1 chord. Finger 5 on G. Ready, go. Another 1 chord. Another 1 chord. Now get ready for the 5-7 chord. Pause and get your fingers ready. Here we go. And me. Now quickly back to a 1 chord. Good. Now push pause and practice the shift from the 1 chord to the 5-7 chord and then quickly back to the 1 chord. Then push play again when you're ready to try it with me. This time we're going to do it without a pause. Here we go. 3 1 chords. Here we go. Another 1 chord. Another 1 chord. Now 5-7 back to 1. Good job. Now let's practice that one more time. Ready, go. 5-7-1. Good. Now the next line has 2 1 chords in a row, followed by a 5-7, and then going back to 1. And the shift doesn't happen as quickly this time. So let's try the second line of Dinah. This time just 2 1 chords in a row, going to the 5-7. Ready, go. Another 1 chord. Get ready for 5-7. Here's back to the 1 chord. Good, now let's put those 2 lines together. Remember, you can push pause to practice anytime. Then try it with me when you feel ready. Back all the way to the start with our 3 1 chords in a row. Ready, go. Great work! If that didn't go exactly the way you wanted on your first try, don't give up. Even if it didn't go the way you wanted on your 3rd or 4th or 5th try, just keep practicing these chords. Work on just your left hand until you're really comfortable with those shifts. And then you can try playing the melody in your right hand while your left hand plays the chords. And that will sound really professional. From our website, you can also download the music to Dinah with the chords written in above the notes. In music, it's tradition to use Roman numerals for chords. Roman numerals, you ask? Well, the Romans lived thousands of years ago, and they invented a system of writing numbers different from our own. To them, capital I means 1, and capital V means 5. So in music, if you see a capital V written over the notes, it means play a 5 chord. If you see an I, a capital I, it means play a 1 chord. So on your music in Dinah, you'll see I or V7, which really means 1, or 5-7, which are the chords we worked on today. If you'd like to make a video of yourself playing Dinah with chords, and then post it on my Facebook page, I'd love to watch you play. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.